a name that divides the world. For some, Donald Trump is the embodiment of success. For others, he is the face of excess and controversy. From a golden penthouse above Fifth Avenue to sprawling estates, golf resorts, and a private jet lined with gold trim. Trump's life was staged for spectacle. He didn't just build towers, he built monuments to himself. Every marble floor, every chandelier, every oversized logo carried a message. Trump was not just a man, but an idea. But behind the shine lay another story. Bankruptcies, lawsuits, failed ventures, and headlines that kept his name in lights. Trump Vodka, Trump Steaks, Trump University. Some collapsed, some never took off. Yet the brand survived. This is the Trump playbook. Win or lose, the name must endure. And that name would one day carry him from the penthouse to the White House. But the story was never just about wealth. It was about turning wealth into power. Trump's empire began with property. But for him, real estate was never just about steel and glass. It was about identity and visibility. When Trump Tower opened on Fifth Avenue in 1983, its mirrored glass facade and marble lobby were more than architectural choices. They were statements. Every visitor stepping inside was reminded that this wasn't just another building in Manhattan. It was Trump's monument to himself. The skyscraper didn't just hold apartments and shops. It broadcasted his name in letters large enough to dominate the skyline. From that point forward, the product was no longer the property. The product was the brand. In Atlantic City, casinos followed the same playbook. Trump Plaza, Trump Castle. The Taj Mahal, promoted as the eighth wonder of the world. Each one was wrapped in spectacle, neon lights, gold-trimmed interiors, fountains, and vast gaming floors designed to dazzle. But the true attraction was the name glowing outside. Many of these casinos later went bankrupt, but Trump always reframed the story. Losses were described as smart strategy, or simply the cost of taking bold risks. What mattered was that the name never disappeared. Even when investors and banks took control, the brand stayed in place, towering above the skyline. This model soon went global. Trump-branded towers rose in Panama, Istanbul, Dubai, and Manila. In many cases, Trump wasn't the builder. He was the licensor. Developers paid millions for the right to stamp his name on their projects, betting that the association with Trump would instantly add prestige and higher value. And it wasn't only buildings. Trump understood that his identity could be packaged and sold across industries. He put his name on bottled water, a line of steaks, even vodka. There was Trump Mortgage, Trump Ice, Trump University. Some collapsed quickly, others ended in lawsuits, but each one proved a point. Success or failure didn't matter as much as visibility. As long as the name appeared in headlines, the brand survived. The media magnified it further. Trump's book, The Art of the Deal, painted him as the ultimate negotiator. Bold, fearless, always winning. Decades later, The Apprentice reintroduced him to millions. Boardroom drama turned him into a symbol of authority. His catchphrase, "You're fired," became part of pop culture, reinforcing the image of a man always in control. The genius of this playbook was consistency. Whether it was a skyscraper in New York, a golf resort in Scotland, or a vodka bottle on a shelf, the message was the same. Trump equaled wealth, power, and exclusivity. The brand outshined the balance sheet. Every tower, every logo, every product was designed to keep his name in public consciousness. Real estate gave him the platform, but branding gave him permanence. In a world filled with competitors, Trump didn't just sell properties, he sold Trump. But if buildings made the brand, it was lifestyle that transformed it into a myth. Trump's lifestyle was as much a performance as his business. His penthouse atop Trump Tower, dripping in marble, crystal, and gold leaf, was more than a home. It was a stage set, designed to be photographed. Versailles-inspired ceilings, chandeliers glittering like movie props, golden doors opening onto sweeping views of Manhattan. Every detail was crafted to project opulence. Magazines showcased it, television crews filmed it, and the world consumed it. Trump understood that wealth, unless displayed, could not be admired. To him, success had to be seen to be believed. Through the 1990s, his face became a fixture in tabloids. Paparazzi caught him at sporting events, on red carpets, at parties with celebrities and athletes. Scandals about divorces and lawsuits filled gossip pages. But in the logic of the Trump playbook, even bad press served a purpose. Every headline kept him visible. Every photo reminded the public of his presence. By the 2000s, television elevated his persona further. The Apprentice transformed him from a businessman into a character of authority. Each week, millions tuned in to watch Trump sit at the head of the boardroom table. Decisive, untouchable, the man with the final word. His catchphrase, "You're fired," entered popular culture, reinforcing his image as the ultimate boss. But lifestyle wasn't confined to New York. His Boeing 757 Trump Force One carried him across the globe in spectacle. Gold-plated seatbelts, leather armchairs, a bedroom in the sky. The aircraft symbolized independence, freedom, and mobility. Stock footage shows the jet landing, the Trump name emblazoned on the fuselage, like a flying billboard of wealth. And then there was MarALago. Once a mansion, it became his prized estate. But it wasn't just a private retreat. It was a stage for politics and influence. Celebrities mingled with business figures, and later, world leaders. Every dinner, every gathering, turned the estate into part theater, part power hub. In Trump's world, the personal and the political overlapped seamlessly. Failures punctuated the image. Trump Airlines vanished. Trump Vodka and Trump Steaks fizzled out. Trump University ended in controversy. Yet each venture, no matter how short-lived, kept his name in the headlines. For Trump, failure wasn't an erasure. It was another opportunity to be seen. The brilliance of this approach was consistency. Whether it was a penthouse designed like a palace, a jet flying as a golden billboard, or an estate doubling as a theater of politics, everything fed into the same story. Success was performance, and performance was power. For Trump, the spotlight itself was the prize. A man without visibility risked irrelevance. A man with constant visibility could survive anything: divorce, bankruptcy, scandal. The world might laugh, criticize, or admire, but it could never look away. But lifestyle alone couldn't explain his rise. Power required networks. Power doesn't stand alone. It needs allies, connections, and networks. As Trump moved from business to politics, he tapped into systems he had cultivated for decades. His brand gave him visibility, but relationships gave him leverage. In 2016, he shattered traditional fundraising models. Unlike past candidates who relied heavily on wealthy donors, Trump energized millions of ordinary supporters online. Small dollar contributions flowed in by the millions. Supporters gave not just money, but loyalty. Each donation was a personal investment in his message of defiance against the establishment. At the same time, Trump still played the elite game. Behind closed doors, he attended exclusive fundraisers where billionaires, corporate leaders, and political insiders sought proximity to power. For them, writing checks wasn't only about supporting a candidate, it was about securing access. This dual approach became Trump's strength. On one side, stadium rallies filled with chanting crowds, waving signs, and wearing red hats proved his bond with the masses. On the other side, intimate dinners and boardroom meetings reinforced his ties with the powerful. Together, the two worlds fueled his rise. The Trump name once lit up casinos and skyscrapers. Now, it was emblazoned on banners, merchandise, and campaign slogans. For supporters, a hat or a t-shirt wasn't just fabric. It was identity, a badge of belonging to something larger than themselves. For wealthy donors, the brand meant something else. Access. A photo opportunity, a dinner invitation, or a seat near Trump became symbolic currency. To them, the brand was a key that unlocked influence. The genius of this system was that it mirrored his business playbook. Just as Trump had sold licensing rights for his name to developers around the world, in politics he offered his brand to supporters at every level. Whether it was a $20 donation from a construction worker or a $1 million check from a billionaire, both were buying into the same thing, the Trump brand as power. And as the movement grew, the lines between business, celebrity, and politics blurred completely. Trump wasn't just a candidate, he was a product, and millions had bought in. And from networks of influence came the ultimate stage, the presidency. Donald Trump's journey shows how image can outlast reality. From Trump Tower's mirrored glass to a private jet in gold trim, from casinos to MarALago, every property was more than real estate. It was a stage. He turned bankruptcies into headlines, scandals into spectacle, and failures into visibility. Each story, whether success or setback, added another layer to the brand. What mattered wasn't the outcome, it was that his name remained in lights. In the modern world, wealth alone is never enough. Influence comes from presence, repetition, and recognition. Trump understood this better than anyone. He built monuments, lived in palaces, starred in television, all as part of a single performance, to keep the Trump name alive. In Trump's world, image was power, and power was the ultimate brand.